Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about my Rock Island Armory 1911 GI full size. I made a video before using a different channel. I had some issues with my Google account, so I had to get rid of it. So I'm reposting this one. Mostly for the purpose that I wanted to know more about it, because YouTube does have a lot of reviews about the Rock Island Armory 1911. But they have it for the older one that has the big logo that goes across here, which over a year ago I decided against buying the Rock Island 1911 because of that big logo stamp. I was looking at other guns. Other guns had smaller ones that weren't all in white. They had tiny little ones, but I still just didn't want anything on there. Even higher end ones like Para has the Para GI on here also, which I didn't like. And then I saw this one at the gun store here in California. They had the smaller logo. Haven't seen very many reviews with the ones with the smaller logo here that you can see there. Haven't tried getting rid of it. I would prefer it not be there, but I won't touch it if it's going to ruin the parkerization, so I just wanted to know if anybody had any information about that, how to get rid of that, if you can get rid of it at all. It looks like it's laser engraved. It's really flush. It's not, there's no indentation into the metal. Basically the last video I talked about, I didn't really get too into the details because I'm not necessarily a gun expert. It is an 8-round 1911. This is basic specs, GI version. Mil spec, I think is the term they use. So basically I just bought these grips on a little bit back. I bought these on Amazon. They're Hogue Aluminum Grips, which fit really nicely. They fit really tightly. I put a little sealant inside the screws to make sure it wouldn't wiggle. It hasn't wiggled at all. Shot it a few times. Works perfectly. I talked about in the last video about the stock mag that it comes with, which is this one. Comes with this Rock Island Armory. I don't know if you can see it there. It's a Rock Island Armory factory magazine that it comes with. It's an Act Mag made in Italy. Had an issue with it. That's another reason why I'm glad I got rid of that last video, is because I gave some misinformation. I was doing quick reloads with these mags, so I would just drop them out while I was shooting and put the next one in. This one hit the ground. The top piece on it, this piece fell off. Spring flew out. I basically took it apart, put it back together, squeezed this in a little bit. It looked a little loose, so squeezed that in. There wasn't actually much of a difference, but I think it was just from the drop. And I put it back together. I ended up putting the spring backwards, so when I was loading it, basically loaded it all the way down to where the little wedges to hold the mag. It was the spring was backwards, so it was pushing the bullet out onto the thing, and when I put it inside, it would have trouble pushing in at the end to lock in. So I thought something was wrong with it. I was like, I broke it, screwed it up. Ended up examining it a little bit more. I was cleaning these after I took the trip to the range, because I hadn't cleaned them since I first got it, so they were really, really dirty. So I was cleaning them out. I noticed the spring had to go in a certain way to fit the metal piece here. So I opened this one up too to check it out, and it was in the wrong spot. So that being in the wrong spot for some reason made the actual bullet cover this area, and it wouldn't go in all the way. So there's that. I flipped it, cleaned it up. It looks pretty good. It cycles through manually pretty well. I still have to take it out to the range, haven't taken it back out. So the downside is that it did fall apart when you dropped it, so you don't want to drop these, I guess. These, they kept dropping, they were fine. The thing I did notice is just regular wear and tear. There's a little bit of scratching here and here. Very, very small amount. I don't know if you can see it in the video. Very small, like just wear and tear scratching. These are Metgar magazines. I got both of these for about $26 with shipping. I found it at this random spot. I'm not really gonna advertise where I got them from because I don't even remember where it was. I just kind of searched the deep web for random sites that have specials. In fact, I was looking again at I forgot the name of the place where I got these from, and I was looking again at their site, and the price had gone up to about $20 each. So I kept looking. I found some for $16. So I thought, what the hell, I'll just order one more. So I have 4. It just makes it even. Since it is a lower capacity than what's allowed in California, I have done enough training to be able to reload pretty fast, so I'd rather have some extra mags to make up for the low capacity. I do actually keep it with ballpoint ammo. I have heard positive and negative things about carrying ballpoint. I actually don't carry it, I just keep it at home. So I've heard positive and negative things about it, you know, it over penetrating, going through walls, but I don't intend on anyone ever breaking into my house, first of all. The security I have as of now is good enough to keep people from breaking into my house, but worst comes to worst, I figured I won't need more than 2 or 3 rounds, and I've been getting pretty good at getting small, about 4-inch groups, so I think I'll be alright. The ammo that I use is actually, I order reloaded ammo. This specific one is Blazer Brass. It's 230 grain, full metal jacket. I order reload, so I'll get random stuff. Let's see what else I got here. Actually, I actually sort out the ammo when it gets here, so I'm sure it doesn't make a difference, but I sort it out by brand when it comes in the case. I ordered 500 rounds from LAX ammo. They work perfect. The cheapest I can find it out there, and it's really good quality. They say they're 100% guaranteed, 100% fully functioning when I've taken it out. So far, it's really good. Yes, it is a little extra dirty when I clean the gun, but I enjoy cleaning my handguns, so that's not a big deal. I'll do another video about the LAX ammo that comes in. I've ordered twice from them, so I'll do a different video. This one I just wanted to do a breakdown of it, and just in case people want to buy it and want to check it out, I fully endorse the Rogue Island Armory, just because this is the first 1911 I've owned. It's actually the first legal gun that I've owned. When I was like 16, I was given a handgun by a family member, so just never got around registering it or doing anything with it. But it's the first actual legal gun that I've owned, and I've shot tons of 1911s. This one's high quality, very well made. Did a couple little upgrades, so I wanna go over that really quick with you guys. So basically gonna go over the breakdown. So it's the same as with every single 1911. First thing you do, of course, as I just did, is safety check and make sure there's nothing in it. You press this little thing here, turn clockwise, bring it out, then turn counterclockwise to be able to pull it out, and that comes off. Then bring the slide back, and there's two notches. There's a bigger notch here, smaller notch here. So you bring the smaller notch back to where the mag release thing is right there, and then you push on this side. There's a button right there, so you push that to pull it out. Then it comes apart. Easy peasy. Basically clean all the insides. This spring comes out through the inside and the barrel comes out forward. Now this barrel is the exact same barrel that came with the GI. It did not come this way. It came Parkerized, same material as is on here. It came Parkerized. I did when I first got it, I saw some videos on YouTube. They all said, you know, you'll start getting a ring up here, up on top after, you know, a couple hundred shots. That's just the Parkerization coming off. And I was like, alright, that's fine. It'll be fine. I didn't really mind until I shot about, I think, 600 or 700 rounds. Started seeing it really pronounced, and I was like, you know what? I didn't like the way it looked. Looked on YouTube for some videos, and there was different remedies for it. I don't have a Dremel. I don't have any fancy tools. So all I did was do the beginning stages of it. Some people recommended not using too much sandpaper or stuff like that because it might change the dimensions. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I don't want to mess it up. So all I did was soak it in vinegar. They said it for about 2 hours. I did maybe about 6 hours. I had a bunch of crap to do that day, so I just soaked it in vinegar. Parkerization starts to come off. Like a lot. Like you'll start seeing black stuff coming off of it. So all I did was, while it's still soaked in vinegar, I just took some Scotch-Brite, ran it through. It came off, ran it through this here, and it's basically stainless. Not necessarily sure if it's stainless steel by the exact definition, but looks stainless, looks fine. Didn't polish it, didn't make it look shiny. Just ran the Scotch-Brite. It looks good. I mean, it's like a darker stainless color. Matches the aluminum grips that I got, and it looks nice. We won't have to worry about getting rings on it. Someday maybe I might polish it. I don't know. The feed ramp's already pre-polished by factory, apparently, from the reviews I've seen. Looks fine. Looks a lot better this way. From the front, I don't know, the barrel just looks cool. It looks way cooler from the front, that you could actually see the barrel. The other way, when you see it from the front, it's just all black. You can barely tell the white hole of the 45. So basically that's that. It's an easy fix. All I need to do is get vinegar, which I already had, a little tub, which I already had, and I actually had a little piece of Scotch-Brite from work in my toolbox, which I don't have an extensive toolbox. So yeah, anyone can just do this quick little job. So yeah, the way you set it back up, do the barrel first. The notches, there's 2 notches in here that line up to the barrel, so you just drop it until it clicks like that. From other setup videos on YouTube that I've seen, they recommend this ring being forward, just so it makes it easier for you to see the ring inside of here, which you'll see. Well, I don't think you'll be able to see it in the video, but you'll see it in a second. So they recommend that being forward. Put this so that the wedge on the bottom of it is basically the round shape of the barrel. So you put that facing down, put it there, then slide this on, of course, clean, lubricate. A video from Hickok 45 recommended not to put too much, or not to soak it with oil in these like internal areas that have springs, because it might catch in there, so I tend not to do that. I also, when I clean it, where the firing pin is up here, took his advice as well. He was, I don't know, maybe still is a competition shooter, so he knows what's up. Usually scrub the firing pin area with alcohol. Cotton swab some oil there, not too much, same as back here, because it might get gunked up. So yeah, he does a really thorough video, so check out Hickok 45's channel. So, to do that, I watch for the most part as far as guns go. But yeah, when you're done cleaning it up, you just line up the notches that are back here to this here. Slide it forward, and you will feel, I don't know if it's just my gun, but you will feel a little tension here. That's when you flip it, and then bring it back. Once again, smaller notch in that little square where you pulled that from out. So line it up there, and then what I do is just wiggle it a little bit forward. You'll see the ring that we mentioned fall there. It actually, that does make it wiggle a lot better there. Let's see. Yeah, so it drops right into place. Put that in there. Of course, keep it lined up so it goes in all the way. Then bring it forward. Safety on, just so it doesn't fall back. Then you kind of just reverse it. So now to the right. So it slides in, then push it to the left, clockwise. Plug goes back in. And voila, push it back in, good to go. And of course you got to check all the mechanisms, make sure it locks like that. Make sure it, first of all, make sure it fires. Then put the safety on, make sure it, of course, hold it because there is this safety thing, so you could do this one first. Make sure it doesn't fire when you're not pushing that. Alright, that's good. And you hold it. Oh, I'm sorry, the safety was on. So you take the safety off, make sure it doesn't fire while you have this, or while you don't push that. So yeah, it's not firing. Then put the safety on, make sure it doesn't fire with the safety. And the final test, take an empty mag. Empty magazine. Put it in there. All the way in. And make sure it auto locks when it's empty. Yep. Good to go. So, yeah, it's just often that, actually I don't know how often it is, but it has been recommended that, check those because, it is possible that you screwed up a mechanism thing, especially if you're not an expert gunsmith, and you might have, I don't know, messed something up and it doesn't, one of the functions doesn't work, and that's not good. There's a 0%, as with all firearms, a 0% error wiggle room with firearms. But yeah, that's the video. My 1911 GI 1911 45. It's been awesome to shoot. I've shot a lot of rounds through it. I think I'm past the 1,000 round marker. I'm not sure yet. I've ordered a couple cases of 500 rounders. I should probably start ordering by 1,000 rounds just to save money, but I don't know, I usually just go with the 500 round. It's a little, I mean, it's technically it's not cheaper, but it's less money, and I usually don't think I'm going to shoot as much as I do, so that's why I do it, but eventually I'll order the 1,000 rounder. But yeah, I actually used to order ammo from Lucky Gunner and Bulk Ammo. Those were the first two 500 rounds I ordered from there. They are pretty cheap. However, the last two I ordered were from LAX Ammo. It's even cheaper. It's reloads, works fine. I still have some of the factory new brass that I ordered from, I think it was Lucky Gunner. Or no, it was from Bulk Ammo. I still have some of it. It's a Federal full metal jacket. It's factory new. I just want to keep it there just in case, just in case one day I screw up or these start jamming on me at the range, then I'll be like, yep, no more. But so far these have worked really well. The reloads, of course, they come with a bunch of different brand name casings. I do separate them by brand name, or I have been recently, just because I notice for some reason there's like a roundness to these Blazer ones. Winchester, I know, feels like it's flatter, so I don't know if that affects anything, but I usually just sort them out. They come in a thing that they're all just loose. I'll do a video on that later anyway. But yeah, 1911 Rock Island Armory 45. They do come in 9mm, 38 Super, and they're actually famous for a 22 that they carry, or that they manufacture, which I've heard nothing but good reviews about. Probably will never get it, just because I don't really want to spend money on a 22. I actually don't really want to spend much money on any guns. I think this maybe one more gun later on in the future, once I'm done with all my schooling, maybe. But as of now, this gets the job done. Recoil is amazing. I actually shoot this way better than my girlfriend's Glock 19. Glock 19, there's nothing wrong with it. It's great. I have smaller hands, actually. I'm 5'8", but just my hands aren't that big. I mean, you can tell there. But yeah, the blockiness of the Glock just doesn't work for me. I got these Hogue Thin Grips. I had to buy the bushings and the screws. They're actually awesome. On the website, they looked white. I thought they were white. I was like, that would look pretty cool. You know, it's checkered pattern. In one of my next videos, I'll show the old ones compared to this one. But yeah, I like the checkered pattern. The last ones I had were checkered pattern, so I was like, I'll go with that. I didn't like the smoothness of it. The ones it came with were smooth. Didn't like those, but I would checkered ones. Then I saw these, and these looked awesome, so I was like, yeah, screw it. For about 48 bucks, I thought, why not? And I don't think I'll ever switch these out. It looks perfect. Matches the front, as you can see. Has like the shininess, which makes the barrel look huge. It's a very threatening barrel there. It looks awesome. Yeah, the grips just pair up with it. Just this. It's perfect. It's aluminum. So yeah, it was a pleasant surprise when it arrived in the mail that it wasn't white. Yeah, often dry fire it just to get used to pulling right in the middle. At over 25 yards, I do get shots a little to the left, a little to the right, but I'm getting a little bit better at it. So yeah, that's my review of this gun. Excellent gun. Made with the same machinery, same everything as the Colts in the Philippines. You can look up the story on that. Very high quality. I don't think I'll ever sell this or trade this gun out. It's perfect. Fits my hands perfectly, and I have good accuracy with it, so why not? Yeah. Thanks for watching the video. Like it if you want, or if you want, subscribe. This is my first video. I don't know if I'll put any more, but if I do get subscribers or a lot of likes, I'll start uploading more videos about this piece, and maybe even encourage me to get another one. So yeah, see you guys.